Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here to do a quick flip through of this comic book journal. It's the Star Wars one, and I have made a little kind of buckle closure here. If you can see right here in the middle, it's a little middle piece that I am calling the buckle, and all you do to open it is it's wrapped around the back a little bit, so you just take it and pull the buckle off. Just like this. Pull out the ribbon. This is grosgrain ribbon. It's actually a very thick grosgrain ribbon, so it wraps around really nice and tight. Here's the front, made with the comic book, the Star Wars Adventures. Here's Luke and Leia, and I let the comic book determine the size of the journal because some of them, I've made 3 now. I've got one more to flip through for you, but I want to cut them down. I kind of had Traveler's Notebook, 8 1/4 by 4 1/4 in mind, but I couldn't cut this any smaller because I didn't want to cut off Luke here, or here's the word Star Wars. I didn't want to cut part of the the word wars off there. Here's the back. It's got this cool advertisement for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, here they are, and the Ghostbusters, which I thought was pretty cool. I just really love the graphics in here. So let's get started with a flip through. All of the pages from the comic book are in here, so I'll show you those. But here is the first couple, and I used my tie-dye paper, which is, fabric dye, so you'll see those pages in here. And I also used scrapbook paper, which is cardstock, and it was comic book themed. So you'll see that in here. On this page, I've clipped on some ephemera with a vintage paper clip here, which is a blue plastic paper clip that I picked up at a thrift store. A bunch of those. Here's some little papers that I used a lot of colorful things in here as much as possible. Because this is a colorful journal and a fun journal. So, this could be for a kid or it could be for an adult and bring out your inner kid, right? So, just have some fun with it. This is a flip down here, and it's got a pocket behind it, and here's a little journaling card behind that. A lot of the journaling cards I made out of this pretty, comic book, scrapbook, or cardstock paper. And so this just unwinds like this. This is baker's twine, and it unwinds around these 2 little pieces that I have held on by brads that I received in Happy Mail. So here's a little star, and they are also colorful, and a little round one right there, a circle. And so it just opens up like that. There you have some personal or private journaling space, and then I just kind of poke this or push this under the little circles and wrap it around, and there you go, it's closed. And so we'll just keep flipping here. You can see all the pretty papers or pages. Here we have a side tuck. So in here I did put an extra piece of the fabric dyed or tie-dye paper. That can be cut up, torn up, whatever anyone wants to do with it. And a little journaling card here. And this is a little notepad with several pieces of the blue lined paper. And that's a piece from the scrapbook paper there that I used to back it with. And I'll just flip with the pretty papers. This is a pink lined paper here. It's got lines on it. And then this is a pocket here. Well, let's see, I skipped a page. There's those 2. And then here's a pocket where I have I put a lot of fun papers in here. I really dug deep in my stash and just pulled out every little thing that I could find that was colorful and fun. So here's a to-do list on some colorful paper. Here is a page from the comic book. This is the only extra one that I had. All the rest are in the book. But then you can have fun cutting this up or whatever, making some extra drilling spots or decorating, the journal here. That would be fun. A guest check. These both are paper, and this is the white and the yellow copy. You know, when you actually use these for their intended purposes, you put this one on top, and then this one will write through onto this one, like carbon paper. I believe that's how it works. There's some, yeah, I believe that's how this type works. So that would be fun to write on the front and have it come out on the back, right? Here's a playing card, colorful and graphic, just perfect for this journal. This is some of the tie-dye paper that I used when I was actually tie-dyeing shirts. So we use this paper to catch our spillover and our splashes and things. So it came out so pretty. I kept it and used it for pages in this journal, and I think it's really just neat, kind of like painty papers, but they were fabric dyed. This is blue lined paper here, purple tie-dye paper. Here's the pink tie-dye paper, and you look at some of these. That's from the scrapbook paper. Isn't that cool? Here's a pocket here with a couple more. Let's see, that's a piece of paper here with, you know, decorated and colorful. This is there were some cut aparts in that paper pad. So that's one of those. When you see that, you'll know that's from the paper pad. There's a few of those in here. This is a score sheet from a game, a vintage game. Some vintage Monopoly money right there. Nice and colorful to match this journal. And some more pretty pages. That's the blue tie-dye. Here's the middle. I wanted a pretty colorful, you know, comic book pages in the middle. And I used a little coin here. And it just seemed like it would be perfect. This is like a heavy coin charm that I received in Happy Mail. And I just pictured it being used during the Star Wars movies. Like that looked like something you would see in the movie, you know, when they were in those little places where they bought food and went through in the Star Wars movies. I could picture them using a coin like this, and I thought that was neat. It kind of has a spacey look to it. See the little emblem on there? I thought that kind of had a spacey look to it. So let's see, what does the back look like? Yeah, the back looks the same. And it has a number 50 in the middle, so it really looks like a coin. So I thought that was cool for the middle. Strings, and then more pretty papers. In this pocket here, I have some of this vintage paper that I picked up at a thrift store. It's, let's see, there's 2 sheets here. Yeah. And it's like grid paper with a little advertisement for the company that was giving it out on the bottom. And I just thought this was really cool and pretty. And it's vintage. I have one of the tickets that I showed you recently that I picked up. It's a big ticket. Very colorful. Looks like it belongs in a comic book journal, right? Just a pretty piece of paper. One of the cut apart journaling cards. And this is from the Candyland game. And I'm using these as small journaling cards. Or you can always attach them as a little, you know, pocket or a side tuck. You can glue this on the side of a page and, you know, tuck something under there. Or just use it as a journaling card. So there we go. More pretty pages. This has a 5 pamphlet stitch. Nice and sturdy. And it's got 72, let's see, was it 72 pages front and back. And the size is 6, I believe it's 6 by 10. But the, you know, the details are all in the listing. In this pocket here, this is a planner page, but very colorful, so that's why I put it in here. It can be used for cutting up, journaling, whatever. A journaling card, a flash card, a crooked flash playing card. I think these are really pretty. They have hearts on the back, and these are vintage, of course. The flash cards are too. And then these are extra little, you know, cardstock or scrapbook paper bits. But these two are perfect for, like, if you want to add a little tuck spot somewhere, so it would fit like that. Or this one too would fit right in a corner somewhere, up on top, on the bottom, wherever. So that's why I put those in there. Just some fun pieces. And more pretty pages. This little side tuck here, or bottom tuck spot, has another journaling card in it. And a journaling card from this, cut aparts. And a little game card here. And then, I have clipped on this side with a bulldog clip here. These two pieces. This is a large paint chip or paint sample chip from it, just to have fun with, cut apart, whatever. And then this is a vintage luggage tag here. Carolina American Tours. That's a nice one. And then let's see, what else do we have back here? A belly band with two large pieces from the, comic book scrapbook paper pad. Those are so pretty, aren't they? And over here, a tuck up with another piece from the paper pad. I just love these colors. All nice and blingy there. And a flash card with a vintage flashcards. And a journaling card. And then we're almost at the back. Some more pretty pages. Here's an advertisement for the Powerpuff Girls. Isn't that pretty? And then this is a Back to the Future advertisement there. So cool, right? I love that. And then here's the little My Little Pony advertisement. Very cool, right? So let me show you how this goes back together. When I put it on, let me get the buckle in the front. I just get the buckle in the front, wherever you can put it, wherever you want it, to the side, in the middle. Then this side has a little point on it. You just slip that little point right into the slot and pull it through. Okay, you pull it through. See, I sewed this side on, and then this side is the buckle. That's why I'm calling it a buckle. It's like a belt. And so this side's sewn together, and then you just put it through that slot like I did, and I just pull it around and tuck it under the back. Now you can cut this off if you don't like how long it is. I just wanted to make it long enough for someone to do it or wrap it however they might want. So, because you could wrap it the other way too, you know what I mean? You could put it through and then pull it this way. I just like this because it looks more like a belt. So there's that. And then I'm pulling together the goodie bags. And these are, as I was putting things in here, it was getting quite bulky and heavy. So I said, well, let me put the rest in a goodie bag. So I've got things started to pull out here. I've got some of the extra little blue and white lined paper that I cut up already as possible journaling spots that you can put in somewhere. I've got a little red paper bag. Isn't it cute? You can put that in somewhere. I've got one of my crayon cards. It's actually a little card with an envelope that this fits into. Isn't that cute? An invitation here. It's just like a index card or one-piece invitation with nice lines and just a fun little, something to write on. This is a large playing card, and then this is a postcard. And that's what I have pulled out so far, but I'm not done. I'm going to add some more goodies to this and put it all together for the goodie surprise pack for this, journal. It's already listed in my shop, so I hope you enjoyed this. I like to do all different types of journals, not just vintage or not just shabby chic. And I like to have fun, and just whatever I'm inspired to do, that's what I do. So that's what brought about this comic book journals. I saw 2 other people do them, and it was Brown Satchel did some about a year or so ago, and who else? Brown Satchel and Wendy. It's a Wendy. I don't know the name of her channel. If I can find it, I will link it below. But those 2 ladies inspired me. I thought theirs were so cool that I wanted to do some. and I had been finding some older ones at thrift stores, but then I couldn't cut them. So I couldn't even, cover anything up on them. And so maybe I will get brave enough to cut them up and use them, take them apart. I don't know. But in the meantime, I went ahead and got some of these newer ones and made the 3 that I'm working on now. So thanks for watching. I really enjoyed these, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a great day, and Merry Christmas, and take care.